Ever wondered how your personality traits might be affecting your relationships? You're not alone. In fact, this question has sparked the curiosity of psychologists and laymen alike for centuries. It's the very foundation of the fascinating field of personality psychology. But to unravel this complex tapestry, we first need to understand what personality traits actually are. Think of personality traits as the building blocks of your character. They're like the ingredients in a recipe that combine to create your unique flavor. Some of us are spicy, others are sweet, and some are a little bit of both. These traits are inherent tendencies that drive our behaviors, thoughts, and feelings. They're the reason why some of us enjoy the thrill of a crowded party, while others prefer the solace of a quiet library. Let's take a closer look at some key traits. First, we have extroversion and introversion. Extroverts are energized by social interactions. They're the life of the party, always ready for a chat and a good laugh. Introverts, on the other hand, recharge in solitude. They're thoughtful, often deep in contemplation, and they prefer a cozy night in over a loud social gathering. Then we have assertiveness. Assertive individuals are confident in expressing their thoughts, needs, and boundaries. They stand their ground, but they also respect others' opinions. They're not afraid to say no, and they're equally not afraid to say yes when they truly mean it. Understanding these personality traits is a bit like learning a new language. It allows us to decode the behaviors of those around us, and, importantly, our own behaviors as well. It's a tool that can help us navigate the world with greater empathy and insight. Intrigued? Let's dive deeper into how these traits impact our interactions. Personality traits. They're more than just buzzwords. They shape our communication, conflict resolution, and collaboration. Let's dive into the fascinating world of personality traits. Think of them as the invisible strings that puppeteer our behaviors, thoughts, and interactions. They're the reasons why some of us are the life of the party, while others prefer a quiet evening at home. Why some of us jump headfirst into arguments while others would rather keep the peace. Take extroversion and introversion, for instance. Extroverts, known for their outgoing nature, typically feel energized by social interactions. They're often the ones initiating conversations, sharing ideas, and creating a lively atmosphere. On the other hand, introverts, while not necessarily shy, tend to be more reserved. They might find large social gatherings draining and prefer deep one-on-one conversations. In a relationship, these differences can lead to contrasting communication styles. An extrovert might express their thoughts openly and frequently, while an introvert might need more time to process and articulate their ideas. This dynamic, if not understood, can lead to misunderstandings or feelings of being overwhelmed or overlooked. Now, let's consider assertiveness, another pivotal personality trait. Assertive individuals are often confident in expressing their needs, setting boundaries, and standing their ground. They're the ones who aren't afraid to say no or to engage in difficult conversations. This trait can greatly influence how conflicts are handled in a relationship. An assertive person might be more inclined to tackle issues head-on, while a less assertive individual might avoid confrontation, potentially allowing problems to fester. In essence, our personality traits can greatly influence how we communicate, resolve conflicts, and collaborate with others. They're the undercurrents that drive our actions and reactions, our strengths, and our challenges. By understanding these traits, we can better navigate our relationships, whether they be with friends, family, or colleagues. But how can we identify these traits in ourselves and others? Let's explore. Recognizing our own personality traits and those of others is key to understanding our interactions. This is where the journey to self-awareness and empathy begins. Let's delve into it. First, let's talk about identifying our own dominant personality traits. It's like being a detective, but the mystery you're solving is you. Reflect on your behavior, emotions, and thoughts. Are you the life of the party, or do you prefer quiet evenings at home? Do you make decisions based on logic or emotion? These questions can help you determine whether you lean more towards extroversion or introversion, thinking or feeling. Consider also your interactions with others. Are you assertive, often leading the charge, or are you more comfortable following the lead of others? This could indicate whether you are more dominant or submissive. Remember, no trait is inherently good or bad. They're just different ways of experiencing the world. Now, let's turn our attention to identifying the personality traits of others. This requires empathy and observation. Notice how people around you behave. Are they outgoing and talkative, or quiet and reserved? Do they make decisions quickly, or do they take their time and weigh all their options? These observations can give you clues about their personality traits. But remember, people are complex. We all have a mix of traits, and they can change depending on the situation. So don't be too quick to put people in boxes. Instead, use your observations as a starting point to deepen your understanding of them. And most importantly, communicate. Ask people about their preferences, their likes and dislikes. Listen to their stories. Our conversations can provide valuable insights into our own and others' personality traits. In the end, it's about understanding, not judging. It's about appreciating the rich tapestry of personalities that make up our world. It's about learning how to navigate this world with grace and compassion. Now that we've identified these traits, how can we use this knowledge to strengthen our relationships? Stay tuned to find out. Adapting our communication and behavior according to different personalities can make a world of difference. Indeed, the key to nurturing stronger connections lies in understanding others' personality traits and adjusting our approach accordingly. But how exactly does one achieve this? Firstly, we need to grasp the concept of personality spectrum. Imagine a sliding scale with extroversion on one end and introversion on the other. We all fall somewhere along this spectrum, and understanding where someone lands can help guide our interactions. For instance, extroverts usually appreciate engaging discussions and active participation, while introverts may prefer quieter settings and one-on-one conversations. Secondly, we should consider how assertiveness impacts communication. Highly assertive individuals are often direct and decisive, while less assertive individuals might be more reserved and agreeable. In dealing with a highly assertive person, it's crucial to be clear, concise, and confident. On the other hand, with less assertive individuals, a more patient, understanding approach might be more effective. Now let's discuss adaptability. Adaptability is all about being flexible and willing to adjust our behavior to better suit the personalities of those around us. It's about recognizing that what works with one person may not work with another. For example, a competitive colleague may respond well to a challenge, while a cooperative colleague might prefer collaboration over competition. Lastly, let's not forget empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. By putting ourselves in someone else's shoes, we can better understand their perspective, which can greatly improve our communication and relationships. To illustrate, imagine you're dealing with a colleague who tends to be more anxious. Instead of brushing off their concerns, try to empathize and offer reassurance. This simple shift in behavior can significantly improve your working relationship. In conclusion, adapting our communication and behavior to accommodate different personality traits isn't just about changing who we are. It's about appreciating the diversity of human personalities and making small adjustments to build stronger, more harmonious connections. Remember, understanding and adapting to personality traits is a continuous journey, not a destination. So, how do we use this understanding to build bridges and strengthen our connections? Well, it's about applying our knowledge of personalities and traits in a practical way. It's about looking at each interaction as an opportunity to learn, adapt, and grow. Consider this. When you understand that a colleague is an introvert, you might approach them differently. Instead of expecting them to thrive in a high-stress, busy environment, you might provide them with a quieter space to work, or give them time to recharge after a meeting. This understanding can lead to a stronger, more respectful working relationship. Likewise, knowing that your friend is a highly assertive individual can help you communicate more effectively with them. You might choose to be more direct and clear in your communication, as they likely value clarity and decisiveness. But it's not just about recognizing these traits in others. It's equally important to understand our own personality traits. This self-awareness can help us identify areas where we might need to adapt our behavior or communication style. Now, this isn't about changing who we are. It's about being aware of our traits and how they might impact our interactions with others. It's about finding a balance between expressing ourselves authentically and being considerate of others' personalities and preferences. Patience, openness, and respect are key in this process. It's important to be patient with ourselves and others as we navigate this complex landscape of personalities. Openness allows us to be receptive to new perspectives and experiences, while respect reminds us to value and appreciate the diversity of personalities around us. And remember, this isn't a one-size-fits-all approach. What works for one relationship might not work for another. It's about being flexible and willing to adjust our approach based on the unique dynamics of each relationship. And that's it. A brief journey into the realm of personality traits. Remember, every connection is an opportunity to understand, adapt, and grow. So keep exploring, keep learning, and keep connecting. Hello everyone, we've taken quite the journey today, haven't we? Now we have a small request for you. If you found this video insightful, could you give it a thumbs up? It helps us to know that we're providing content that's valuable to you. And if you think this information could benefit others, why not share it with your friends and family? Who knows? You might just strengthen your connections with them in the process. And finally, to ensure you don't miss out on any future videos on personalities, relationships, and more, do consider subscribing to our channel. Your support means the world to us, and it's what motivates us to keep creating and sharing these insights with you. Remember, every interaction is an opportunity for growth, and by sharing this video, you could be contributing to someone else's journey of understanding, adapting, and growing. So thank you for joining us today, and we hope you'll continue with us on this fascinating journey into the realm of personalities. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep connecting.